Welcome back, everyone. All right, so we just had our very, very interesting twist.
Jackass.
Something really weird happened.
And shout.
All right. So, Gretchen, you wake up. You are lying in the mud and dirt, kind of outside the areas. You kind of feel soaked, chilled to the core. You're like covered in half covered in mud. You are very wet. And everything is bright around you.
I roll over.
You're where you were, but it's sky out, like the middle of the day.
It's sky.
It's like bright sky above you. As you kind of regain yourself, you are looking up at the sky, and you kind of are piercing because you're you realize you're staring at the sun, a bright orange sun, straight ahead, straight above you, blaring down, and your eyes don't hurt.
Great, I'm dead. I'm gonna just lay there and go, I'm dead. Do I hurt at all? Do I feel in physical pain of any sorts?
You kind of feel weirdly sore, but other than that, you're pretty good. As you're kind of sitting there, you can you hear others stirring, as the rest of you begin to wake up also, in the mud.
I immediately, the second I realize that I am, lying down in the mud, I want to jump up, weapon out, and just look around.
I'm the complete opposite, where I, half roll in the mud to get more on me and am laying down looking around.
Yes.
I'm gonna get up and poke Grits. You okay?
And I'm gonna just sit cross-legged.
You can, Grits, you begin to realize more of what's around you. As you're kind of sitting there staring for a moment at the sun that doesn't burn your eyes, you can notice that there appears to be islands floating around it that you can see, which seems confusing. And then you begin to realize the castle walls aren't the only walls you see. Massive walls seem to surround you in all directions that maybe span up thousands upon thousands of feet, as if you're at the bottom of a great big hole.
Huh.
Everything hurts, sort of. But
And you're being poked.
yeah, and I'm gonna swat your. I'm assuming you're using your hand or a stick?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Figure.
You get this
I,
feeling
swat your hand away.
that there's some point in time where these cliffs hit the sky even, and they might even go as high as that sun?
I'm gonna pull out my symbol. Do I still feel anything from it?
You feel something strange. It's both as if you can still feel it, but there seems to be you're also can't.
Okay. Well, put it back away. Confused.
I go through all my equipment, make sure everything's there, and then light a torch and try waving it in front of Tim's face, get him back to reality a bit.
I don't react. At all.
Lovely.
Now, you said that I was right next to the wall, the doorway, the stairs to the wall are.
Yeah,
Is that still there?
Sure. You're everything looks to be as it is, except everything is quiet now. Except you begin to hear the stirring of other people that are and there's some confused talk and muttering and stuff,
Nokren's going to start contemplating the idea of going up the staircase. Even looking how high it goes. Just,
I mean, your walls are still the normal size they ever were.
Oh,
So-
okay.
It's just that
Then
walls, like, there's, like, cliff walls all around you. Like, you don't even know how far away they are.
yeah, then Nokren would go up to the edge of the wall and look over and try and see what's on the other side of this between the
You
wall and the
just
cliff.
see an insanely sized field of high grass in all directions that you can see on the other side of the wall.
Okay, so actually pretty far.
You can, as you kind of like look off, you can see some like trees off in the distance in various locations, but it's probably miles away. Like rolling, just and they're not even rolling fields; they are just flat fields of tall grass.
You might want to see this.
Like you can see, like Gavin's kind of like up on like he's definitely a little older, so he's kind of like leaning himself up a little bit, and he's like, "Whoa,
I'm coming
what
up."
happened?"
Your guess is as good as mine.
A giant eyeball ate us.
That.
I'll help with the people in the town. I have to organize the soldiers and talk to the Duke.
I have someone I need to talk to. So, yeah, go on. Say.
We may be
I
dead.
said that.
If we are, this is the strangest afterlife I've ever heard of.
I wouldn't be
definitely
here with
expected
you
something else.
Excuse me. Gavin's going to then just like kind of ignore things and head off on his way.
Or in something's stomach.
Yeah. Nokren's going to go and search for Sebastian. Because he wants to...
at the bar.
So you would have walked right past us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as you're kind of heading down, Jen will kind of like step out. She looks a little disoriented. She'll kind of look up at the sky, and then she'll like, don't see that every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you folks help clean up the bar? Free drinks and food on me. It's a mess.
I can do that, but I have someone I need to talk to first.
I think your friend's already helping out.
Okay, then I'll help him do his job. I just really need to talk to him.
Okay.
Go over.
Okay.
Jim,
Yeah,
can
so
you
I-
help me lift this one real quick? I point to Tim.
I kind of stand up on my own at this point.
And I look at that.
Rufus Grips,
and I-
are you two joining them?
No, I'm still laying on the ground staring up, just
Okay.
like, what the ever.
I'm kind of just like studying. I want to see if I can actually get to the gatehouse and go out. I want to see what this grass is. I want to see if it looks natural.
The guards will not open the gates for you because everybody
That's
is
understandable.
really
Yeah.
worried about what's going on.
So-
They'll kind of say like, we're probably going to send a few folks to check things out. Relax for now. We'll let you know if we need your help.
I'll shrug and walk back to. I guess I'll go to the bar then. There's no other better place to do.
Okay.
Okay. So when I stood up, I'll also just say, "Thank you for offering, Smith, but I don't need help getting up. I'm quite all right. I had this feeling before. It's not pleasant, but it'll pass."
This is what causes the muttering, isn't it?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, now I get where you're coming from.
Just to
Shall
know,
we?
Tim, you feel something below you. You'll understand what that means.
I do. I'm aware of it. I won't mention it.
It's
Okay.
the ground.
Well, yeah.
Fuck you.
So I think at this point, like, what I would say is we should go help with the bar. Since our friend Nokren has already gone in there, I think we should help take care of that.
Works for me.
All right.
All right.
Fine. Grits rolls over in the mud and like gets herself up, and she's like, slurp.
Yeah. Because like the place is still soaked from the rain. It's the only thing that sign of it. And you guys will be working in the bar for a while, and then something weird will happen that one of you will at least notice.
I'll say completely normal at this point.
I know.
Yeah, because everything's been so normal today.
Like one of you will be
I'm
like,
guessing Sebastian would have known nothing about what's going on when I asked him.
When you talk to Sebastian, he'll be like, something has happened that is unusual.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. You're not wrong.
I cannot sense him per se anymore.
So you're getting the same feeling, yeah.
As if I'm on the edge of a horizon far from him.
Okay, so it's not just me.
No. I still have a small connection, but something is blocking it. At least trying to. Not completely, but mostly.
Would I have overheard this at all?
Possibly. I mean, they usually ignore you, so you easily could have.
Okay. Could I do a religion check on them?
Sure.
Didn't go well. Never mind.
That's fine. You tried.
They're Buddhists.
Well, one of you will be taking out like broken glass or something to probably like throw in a barrel to dispose of at some point in time outside, and all of a sudden it will just start raining on top of you. You'll hear some thunder and lightning, and you'll look up in the sky, and there's not a cloud. Rain is coming out of nowhere on top of you.
Something's peed on us.
Dang old tear ducts.
And then you'll walk back in and be soaked again and be like, it's raining.
Hey, wash the mud off.
Yes. If you want to wash the mud off, you can go outside into the cloudless rain.
Huh.
Guys, I think something's peed on us outside.
Yuck.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go outside and just like hold my hand out and cup and catch some of the rain and like,
Sure.
I don't know, see if it's like actual rain or is it like acid rain or is it?
It doesn't seem to hurt you at all.
Is it salty?
You taste it?
like tears, guys.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway,
That went over my head until you said that.
it's it seems to be water, but there's something odd about it. Like, I would describe it more like you're drinking water from like a river or a lake, rather than you're drinking water from rain.
Oh.
It's not briny though. It's
No.
just.
It's just water.
Can I collect some and take it inside and like, I don't know. I've got like.
Take a mug.
If you said anything about that, Nokren's going to go out and look up, and is one of the islands going over us?
No, not you can tell. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Maybe. Give me a Constitution save. Thank you very much, Grits.
Oh, not us.
Oh no! Oh, I thought it was going to be me.
Okay, your stomach feels a little upset after
Shit
drinking a
my
little bit,
brains out.
but
Don't drink the water.
but it goes away pretty quickly.
Okay.
I'd go outside at this point after noticing that they had both done that, and I don't know what kind of check it would be. Could I do an Arcana check, maybe?
On the rain?
I wanna see if it's magical at all.
Sure.
I don't know.
Give me an Arcana check. Sure.
Why not? If it's gonna let me, hold on.
Okay.
I did it twice. Ignore the second one. Sorry. Yeah.
You get the feeling that there's like this weird magic to everything going on here.
Yeah.
That you're not quite sure.
Like I'd be a little bit aware of it, but not like
I'll say
certain of it, right?
I'll give you something with that check. That's an okay check. I'll say you are fairly certain you are not on the same plane anymore.
Gathered that.
Um,
But thank you. Yeah, that is
Rich, do
actually
you
helpful.
still have some of that water collected?
Yeah, that is
Rich, do
actually
you
helpful.
still have
Um,
some of that water collected?
Oh. Yeah, don't drink it. It's.
I want to do a survival check on it
Hmm.
and just see like, is there some kind of like something bad in it? Do like maybe a taste,
Yeah, like a tiny taste.
Yeah.
I roll survival. We'll survival. Let's see about it. It's probably not high difficulty. I'll give it to you with that one. You kind of like taste it for a while. You're like, you get the feeling that maybe it's like, it would be like standing water somewhere. You know?
I'll spit it out.
Yeah.
This definitely isn't good.
fresh.
No.
Yeah,
Boil
no.
it.
No.
Got it.
Yeah, boil it basically.
Boil the shit out of it.
Stick it in a stew.
So, Tantus, I'm just kind of looking around and trying to remember a lot of the things I was taught and kind of getting the feeling that this may be where a certain thing was banished.
You have no true idea at this point in time. It could be, but your stories are vague.
Rough.
Yeah.
I'd come back in at this point and put my hand on Smith's shoulder and say, try not to focus on it too much. If you think too much about it, it'll make you feel sick. And then I'd walk away.
I actually want to go outside and start warning people not to drink it.
Okay.
Because I don't think we want a whole castle full of sick people.
Oh, no.
Dysentery.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good.
Boil the water.
Yes. I will try to get the word spread around.
Hopefully people have common sense to be like, this is weird. Maybe not drink that.
Yeah,
You
but
say
You say that.
common sense isn't
You
so
say
common.
that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Especially the weak and infirm.
Yeah, good point.
which you have a lot of. You actually
Yeah.
have a lot of.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So a couple hours pass and you fix up the bar. You manage to like clear out all the broken glass. It looks as if she lost maybe about 50% of the booze she had in glass form. She still got her barrels, so she'll probably look a little worried about that. You know, like supply versus creation. You don't really have a good way of replacing it.
Well,
booze rations.
we've got a whole heck of a lot of tall grass outside. We've got water that's kind of shit. Sounds to me like we've got a brewing extravaganza, boys.
We're under a boil water advisory, guys. Come on.
That's as long as the grass isn't poisonous.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
that's a good
on.
point,
What are the
yeah.
chances of that on this plane?
That's growing, that's the only water
that.
source that we know of so far is stagnant water.
Yeah.
Coming from who knows where.
Yeah.
Were we told how long we could last with supplies in this castle?
Yeah.
Or a
yeah.
siege?
Yeah, we were.
Months.
You could
3, I think.
months. Probably maybe 1 currently because you're not quite
Okay.
sure about the status of your well.
You have a very good point, sir.
Yeah.
But they
and
had a
on
good
top of
amount
it-
of barreled water, and you could theoretically boil a lot of water to replace some. It's just
Yeah.
process that takes up resources to process the water at this point in time, unfortunately.
Well, and on top of it, we don't know if any of those barrels may have broken during the earthquake.
We also
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
how many people survived that earthquake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
So we don't know how many people were rationing for in the first place.
We have a lot of unknown variables in this. this
Yeah.
Which is
whole-
why we should probably leave the bar and actually go and like.
You're not
figure
wrong.
out-
I mean, as soon as you say that, a man comes in, a runner of the guard, and like, the Duke would like to see all of you.
Okay.
Well, I was out warning people. Does someone grab me?
Yes.
Yeah.
someone would.
Yeah, if we see you on the way, we'll.
Yeah.
Rufus,
Um,
let's go.
Quick
As-
question for you, Matt.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
Is the Fort Wizard going to be in presence?
Not at the moment.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Tim, I
Yes?
can't believe I'm saying this, but due to circumstances, you are the basically sole proprietor of knowledge in this area.
How can I help you?
Oh God, we're all screwed.
What do you know?
Okay, first of all, just gonna check something with Matt here out of character for a second. How much of this do you want me saying?
What?
Because I'm not gonna say too much to begin with. So
you would know that
3%. No.
What you could know is that there's something powerful with you guys here.
Would I? Well, okay, that's up to me, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. There's something, and you, whatever connection you have.
Okay.
It's below you, somewhere deep in the heart of this world.
So what I'd say, and this is me back in character, is well, I know that I've been to this place once before, and I know that I got there, but I don't remember how. And I do know that I was researching something. I was lost in my book, as per usual. I believe I found something. Told me that, hey, you know, I thought this was an option to find knowledge, and instead it led me here. I feel this deep, dark, horrible feeling below me that echoes through my entire body. Apart from that, I can't tell you very much, because I don't know very much. I just know that it's unpleasant. And that this place is not a place that we wish to stay.
Would you have said that like near Nokren? Like, would you have gone to the side, or would you have said that out loud?
Are you asking me or Smith? Because he initiated the contact.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. If you would have pulled him away to tell him or something.
The question was half hushed. It's up to you if you stayed or
I
moved
wouldn't
us
have been
away.
quiet necessarily. I would have, because I think like partway through there, I was not under control during that statement. So.
All right. Well, at the very least, Nokren's gonna go. Tim, what's my name?
Nokren. Why do you ask?
Huh. Is that?
Do you know who I am?
Yes, you go by Grits. Your name is Gretchen.
Huh. Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Why is that weird? Why would it be weird that I know your names? I've known you for over a week now.
Don't.
This is the first time you've remembered my name.
I don't know why that would be. I'm sorry.
To put it simply, your mind was affected by what happened the last time you were here, and for a very long time you were quite bumbling.
How awful. That's, I didn't know that. There's, more of me now. I know that. Don't know how much, or how little of me there was before, but I feel more whole. I suppose there was less of me then.
Do you know how to make a giant tentacle eyeball vomit?
I'm sorry, what?
Well,
that's how we all got here.
Well, that's nothing like the last time. Okay.
I'm sure if it was like the last time, more people would hear about it. That's
news. We're in a town here. There's Marcades, the wizard. Where is he?
We're going to go meet the Duke now.
Just got summoned,
He'll have an idea.
Okay.
So since we're slightly coming clean right now, my actual name is Orn.
Oh. That explains a
Egglewin.
lot.
Actually.
Whoa. Egglewin?
Yes,
Oh.
he's related to the Duke. Can we just go already?
We
We've
are
been
walking.
summoned. No, I know, but move faster, please.
I am moving as fast as my short legs can take me. Thank
Sorry,
you very
I wasn't
much.
directed at you. I was
Thank you
specifically
very
directing at Orn. He tends to get slow.
This
Sorry.
coming from the guy who used to wander off at anything shiny, okay?
Not shiny.
You're one to throw shiny.
Excuse me. Not
It was
shiny.
It was
Well,
fire. Which
Listen,
is
sir.
Okay.
Listen,
Right.
sir.
Tires. All right.
I
I'm
was not
sorry.
in the process of making a child harness for you for no reason.
Quick out of game.
Uh-huh.
Since I did go out in town, especially to where the masses were. Are we mostly intact people-wise?
Yes, because there
Okay.
weren't any major buildings in that area. Like a lot of tents just fell over, so there's a lot of injuries. But fortunately, it looks like there wasn't a lot of deaths.
So the walls stood and everything, though,
Yes,
too, right?
the wall
Okay.
stood. It looks like that one south wall took a little bit of damage under the shaking, but it's relatively intact. It looks like whatever magic Mercedes did to it helped.
Okay.
It's set. Not perfectly, but it probably would have lasted better than you were worried if it came down to it from invasion. All right. So the Duke will lead all, or the guard will lead you all into the Duke's chamber, and you find yourselves the only ones there with the Duke, still looking haggard about what's going on. He'll be talking to a couple of guards, kind of like, you know, they should be shaking their heads. They'll be discussing something, and then he'll kind of turn towards you. Ladies, gentlemen, thank you for coming upon my summons. We find ourselves in a strange new world beyond my imagination. A strange twist of fate that maybe saved us? I don't know.
Uncle, there's no need for pleasantries.
Anyway, if you hadn't noticed, the sun above us does not seem to set ever. We might never have a night here. And, those that have gone out to look around, the scouts we sent out, have reported strange findings. There does seem to be some herd animals out in the grass that we could hunt. There also seems to be some predators out there. Apparently, mantises the size of horses. That is quite unusual. But that is not the strangest thing. We seem to be in a little bit of trouble anyway. They've encountered already in these last few hours an enemy. There seems to be some kind of race here. We've never seen something like them. Creatures that seem savage, part beast. I'm not sure what their true name is, but the scouts have begun to nickname them Savage Ones. They are violent as soon as they see us. Try to bring bloodshed and murder. Until we get a better name, feel free to use that one. But this possible new enemy is the least of our worries. We have a limit on our supplies. We had prepared for the siege, but we've lost some materials in the earthquake and the transition. So, we do have food and water at least for some time, and as I said, it looks like whatever's with the water around here and our well, it will require some boiling. We might need to find a supply of wood, but that leads to more dangers. Food, maybe hunting for it, but I do not feel secure here. We need someone to travel far beyond the walls, someone that is willing to explore this place, and you lot are pretty much what I have left. And you were successful to a great degree on the last mission you had. So, can you go out and explore this world for us? See what is here. Maybe there's a race or people that are living here that would be willing to help us.
Okay.
I would, at this point, kind of start looking around, trying to, suss out who's here exactly. And I at some point just speak up and say, "Where's Mercedes?"
Yes. Look, you can consult him. You probably should consult him. He might have some insight to help you out in exploring here. He's in his tower. Feel free to go to that.
He won't know anything about this place. That's not why I want to talk to him.
Regardless, there isn't a lot. We cannot spare soldiers, and there's not many supplies we can spare to help you out. But I do know a few things that may help you out on exploring this place. Talk to Mercedes. Talk to Commander Malik. They can help you with information as best as we can. Mercedes, I'm not sure what he can help you with, but he has some knowledge. And Commander Malik can tell you what they found out beyond the walls so far, what we've seen. They'll continue to explore. There are some other things that might be able to help you, though, and I was hesitant to talk about these, but if I'm sending you all out into possible certain doom, helping you might be any way I can would probably be reasonable. I can give you a stipend. So the shops in town, they're fairly exhausted from the war and everything that's happened, but there are still some supplies left. Maybe you can get some things. There are also some parts of this castle, this area, which might hold some secrets. I know of some rumors of things that might be able to help you. The old dungeon, most of it's been closed off. I doubt there's a lot down there, but maybe a couple weapons, a couple items that might be able to help you. There was supposed to be an emergency stash of weapons, but we didn't have the manpower to fill up everything we had. So we didn't push the point of looking for it. If you want to find that stash, I am not sure exactly where it is. Mercedes might know more about that one. If you need some more healing items to cure you, to help you out with healing and stuff, I believe the old cathedral might be accessible. The one that sank into the earth long ago, and that the current one is built upon. You might be able to access it. They might have a few potions or scrolls lying around you could use. I'm sorry that these are straws to grasp at, and these aren't really great secrets of the castle. It's just that there hasn't been a time to push into it or a need to. So maybe it can help you. As I said, maybe Mercedes knows about other things that might be able to help you. Same with Commander Malik. Once you've gathered the supplies you need, talk to Commander Malik whenever you feel ready to explore. But please, go out there, scout around, explore, travel, find out things. If there's someone or something or whatever that can help us out there, please, we are in dire straits. Even surviving what has happened, dire straits.
May I ask one question?
Yes.
Do we have anyone who's skilled in training horses?
Yes. In the stables, where I believe the horse you brought in was stored.
The reason I ask, if these mantises are the size of horses, maybe they might be able to be domesticated if we can capture some.
Talk to Yezeth, the stable master. He would know if that would be possible. Perhaps it would be. I am unsure. But
anything to give us an advantage in this land.
Currently, they're nothing more than another danger.
Do me a favor, send a message to Sister Olivia, telling her to let me into the old church. I've tried several times, but it's like she knows.
Well, now I am suggesting it, so I will be persuasive of her.
Like to ask a quick question of you.
Yes.
Have you tested the grass outside
It seems,
for anything?
It seems to be normal grass. Does not seem to be
Not
anything.
poisonous.
Does not seem to be.
Test the meat of the animal that you kill. If it's a herbivore, it will have eaten the grass.
We've
Find out if it's been poisoned.
We've already brought back some meat. I'll have them be cautious of it before diving into it.
Agreed.
Don't need the entire population. You know.
Indeed.
If you could have some of your men get me a list of the game that is they've seen, things that look huntable. If we're going to go out, I'd like to have at least an idea of what we might find. D.
He can provide that. A basic list of some
Thank you.
things he found. Yep.
And nope. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, was there any other plant life that they found other than grass?
Yes. There do seem to be a number of forests. It seems to our south there's a massive swamp. And as far as we've seen, which we haven't been able to travel too far as of yet, there does seem to be some rivers twisting through this. I do not know what you would call it. Basin? Valley? Hole? We seem to be living in?
Expanse.
I'll keep an eye out when we explore to see if there's anything that we could cultivate here.
A request, could I get some parchment as well as before we leave so that I could start putting together maps as we travel, as that was my former profession.
Can be provided.
I would at this point turn to one of our more charming members of the party. Probably I would turn to Smith because of the connection as well, both with me and with his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And I would suggest that he ask for pay of some kind for this.
Require, of course, payment for this. I assume that at least we'll have credit with all of the shops that are surviving.
If you... I can provide you about 200 gold worth of credit now, I would say. Just let them know what supplies you can have. Pick up what you need. Depending on what you can find, I may provide more. I perhaps can in the future.
Can I do a history roll on the castle to see if I know where that stash is?
Sure.
I don't.
You've heard of it, but you have no idea
Yeah.
where to find it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like when you think about it, you're like, yes, you remember like back in the early days of when it turned from just a manor to a castle. They created that stash to hide extra weapons.
So I'd know it was in the inner circle of the castle. It
Yes.
wouldn't be in the outer
It's
walls.
not in the newer places. It's in the old places, not the newer
Yeah.
ones.
Okay.
There's probably
And I-
not a lot of secrets in the new places. It's basically like,
Yeah.
hey, there's some old secrets here in the old castle, basically.
Yeah. So basically, I got no new information.
Can
Unfortunately.
I also check because of my parents? Well, my mother might have told me something.
Sure.
Nope.
No.
Your
You know
mother
as
was
much as
very
I do.
tight-lipped.
So
Anything else?
I don't know if we're done with the conversation, but once we're done, Nokren will go start to look for this stash, see if he can't figure out what's going on.
He's going to give you blessings. Let the gods bless you on your journey. Bring you swift success, and serve me well. Bring me something. Allies. Equipment. Weapons. Whatever you may find.
I'm gonna be going straight to Mercedes.
Okay.
Like
I'm
making
gonna
a
go-
beeline for that tower.
I'm gonna go to the stables.
Okay.
Yeah. Tim, as you're going, I'm like, so, tower or church first?
If you would like to go to the church on your own, I'm more than capable of handling the tower. However, I've always enjoyed your company. I'd be happy to have you join me at the tower first, and then we can go to the church afterwards.
You also don't seem the most persuasive at the moment. You seem to want to get things done very quickly, and I don't know how the court wizard is going to respond to you in your court now.
We're old friends. Well, sort of.
I'm going with you.
Okay.
Rufus took off to the stables. Nokren, where are you heading?
I'm heading to have a look around, see if I can't find this stash.
Okay,
We could use some extra weapons.
We'll just have you make yours quickly then. Give me a investigation, actually. If you just want to look around personally, it's investigation.
Oh.
Okay.
You did not find it.
You could also ask around to some people if you wanted to. Maybe someone's heard of it. That would be we'll say persuasion if you want to roll that one too. We'll see.
Okay.
How
I might. I'll start doing
You
that.
found the pebble.
I could come with you. I had no plans.
Oh, that's better.
Okay.
Want to come?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, Nokren's not gonna stop you from coming.
Okay. Then I will give Grits advantage on an investigation check with some information that Nokren managed to get with persuasion.
That's amazing because I have a +0, guys.
Yeah, I
Oops, I only rolled it regular. So
17.
Okay, I will let you guys
That's
know
good.
what you found in a minute then.
Yeah.
Let us handle Mercedes though first. Meeting with him. Let us see here. Let me go find his suit. I have to find. Sorry, folks, just looking through my finding Mercedes information because I gotta reference a couple different pages of stuff here because apparently I'm good that way.
You're practicing for a white wolf book.
Yeah, God, no, my God, that's just. It really feels like that sometimes. Okay. There you go, Mercedes. So, like, knocking on the door, eventually Mercedes will come to it and open it up. He is he's an elderly gentleman, human. He's got, like, he's a short old man, white hair, very long beard that goes down all the way to his knees, incredibly bushy eyebrows, sideburns that go the length of his face that kind of connect up with the beard, and kind of wears those kind of small set of spectacles on the edge of his nose. And he's got a kind of weird patchwork robe almost that looks like a whole bunch of them. He's accompanied by a cat that's like a white cat with black feet. So it was Tim and Oren that went to him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like,
I have a question. Would I know the cat's name?
yes, it's Tinderboots.
Tender Boots. Thank you.
Aww.
I love it.
Greet the
I love
cat
it.
first,
Uh-huh.
by the way.
It's like,
Are we-
meow. Greetings. Well, it's good to see you all in good health. I'm glad you could make it here. Tinderboots. Can you, Oh, wait, you're a cat. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you can't put on tea for me. Sorry. I've been distracted with everything that's been going on here. Searching, exploring through my books and papers. You can see, like, the room you're in, which is supposed to be, like, the entryway, is filled with mountains of books and papers and stuff. All, like, some of them are, like, spread out in all kinds of different ways. There's books that are open, ones that are closed, you know, it's just, like, information is all around you.
At this point, I would kind of look at him, look him up and down. You know, I remember him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yes.
aware of him.
Yep.
And I remember how he treated me when he thought I turned fool. And I would, you know, kind of give him a little bit of side eye, a little bit, and then walk in past him. And I'd say, looking a little bit scattered there, Mercedes. It's not a good look on you.
It looks as if you've straightened out finally yourself.
Been missing this, my brain. So, finally, it's decided to join me on my journeys.
Well, I have learned a few things myself, if you're interested about this strange land. I'm sure you already suspect some of them, that some form of dimensional travel brought us, in the castle it seems, to this land.
I have a question.
Yes.
What did our old master tell you about my investigation?
You were looking into some old books. Legends of ancient beings and power sources. I don't know exactly much about it. I just chose not to look into it more or dive deeper when you broke.
Did he tell you where I made my investigation?
No.
Of course not. The damn fool always kept his mouth way too tight shut.
I was his youngest student. Of course he wouldn't tell me.
You were his brightest student at the time. He should have told you at least something. Try and remember.
I'm still the youngest. Though I'm human, so of course I've aged out while the rest of you elves have continued on. I'm thankful that you all raised me, but still.
What do you know? What do you know about this place? How can you help us?
I have a first of warning. I don't know how it relates to the wildlife, but a spellcaster friend of mine attempted to use some magic and fly it for a better view. He got about 100 feet up, and his magic just stopped.
I take it he's not with us anymore.
He got lucky. Fell on some hay.
100-foot drop onto some hay. He is a very fortunate soul.
Broke both his legs. He'll be out of it for a while. But there seems to be something blocking magic from going higher than a certain height, maybe about 100 feet up. So be careful of that.
Have you tried going down?
None of us have any magic that... Even I don't have any magic that would have that. My magic specializes in sight beyond sight. You should know that.
I do. But that doesn't mean you don't have someone at your disposal that can't check the ground.
I'll take a look. There might be someone. Don't use a compass. It seems that they don't work.
That's very strange.
Also, though we haven't fully observed it, it appears as if any sources of water are moving constantly to unknown locations. This place is small. Where's the water going? An unusual mystery. With your travels, I assume the Duke has already talked to you, yes?
He has?
Then with your travels, perhaps you can learn something. Let me know. I'll see what I can find here.
Do you have any scrolls? I find my spellbook to be a bit short at the moment.
Unfortunately, I gave up all mine to the efforts, to those that were going to the front. There might be a few you could pick up. Wait. There might be some place you can pick up something. Yes. The old wizard. The magic shop in town, where they sell potions and scrolls. Occasional knickknacks. I think he has only a few potions and scrolls right now. His great uncle, who owned the place originally, I think he had some kind of shop. Never found it.
What do you mean, never found it?
Well, when he died, he didn't tell anybody where his laboratory was. And, as far as I know, his nephew hasn't found it. Now, he's leasing the shop from the Duke. Perhaps you can get the Duke to lean on him to allow you to acquire any leftover potions and scrolls that the man would have made in his laboratory.
Well, thank you for that.
Yes. Oh, and
how old are you now?
Don't ask an aging wizard his age. Thank you very much.
I'm not asking you because I need to know your age. How old are you now?
84.
Bloody hell. I'm 523 years old now? Are you kidding me? So I lost 50 years?
Impressive, isn't it? Oh.
If it's any consolation, you don't look a day over 400.
Be careful about traveling in the river, too. One of the men who came back let me know about some creatures he saw in there. As strange as it sounded like he saw sharks in the river. At least something like a shark.
I suppose that's not that strange given the horse-sized mantises that we were told about as well.
Indeed.
Seems anything goes here. Do you have that feeling, though? Is it hollow?
I don't know if it's the feeling you have, but I sense something odd. My sight is muddled. I cannot see as far as I would like. It feels as if...
Don't see. Feel.
I do not have the same connections you have.
Fine. Thank you very much for your help on that.
Oh, here, take this. I've jotted it together as much as I can bed from some of the sketchings of others. It's not much, but it's the beginnings of a map. I believe you have a cartographer on your group, right? Yes?
We do.
She can probably add and improve this. It just marks where the known areas are of trees and the forests and the swamp are, and what we've seen of the rivers.
Her name's Gretchen. She's quite skilled. I'm sure she'll be fine. Thank you.
And I hope she helps you out then. Good luck. All right. Let us go to Rufus. So,
Oi.
Rufus, you will head to the stables. You will be able to find there's like going into the stables, you'll see there's a small number of horses, not a lot, and most of them are probably under soldiers' care. But you then also see a... If you had seen Mercedes and, said, oh, 84-year-old human, there is an epically old gnome sitting there. Like, you are pretty sure, for some reason... You're like, aren't you supposed to be dead? Kind of old. He's short for gnomes now because he's kind of hunched over. He has snow white hair, very well kept beard. He walks kind of like slowly, kind of hunched over. He kind of wears this unusual outfit of what looks like strange leathers, all bound with vines to keep them together.
Interesting.
What do you want?
What was the name? I didn't get a chance to write it down.
Yezeth.
Yezeth.
How's that spelled?
Yezith.
Thank you.
I was off by one letter.
His last name is Greenbitter. Yezeth Greenbitter.
Are you Yezeth?
Who's asking?
My name is Rufus. The king suggested I see you. Or the duke suggested I see you.
What does the youngling want now? More horses trained? I can only have so many. Does he want them breeding them at this place? I can try. I don't have room.
Not exactly. There's reports that there are mantises the size of horses here.
All right. And what do you want me doing about that?
I had an idea. If we could capture some, would it be possible to domesticate them?
It's not like we have a drow or lizard folk ready available that deals with things like that on a normal basis. I'm not trained in vermin riding. Maybe. It's a mad idea. I can see if I can arrange to capture some of them and try it out. I can't say it's going to work or not.
An effort would be appreciated. I think it could greatly help us here. Warn your men, they are predators, though.
Well, of course. If a normal mantis tears the head off of something and eats it, I'm pretty sure this one will tear the head off of one of our people and eat it. Is your head filled with tasty things that mantises would love? Well, yes, but that's besides the point. Now, get going. I have work to do.
Thank you for hearing me out.
Nah.
Shorty.
I love it.
All right.
I'll head out now.
Okay. We then switch over to, of course, Nokren and Grits. You think you have found where you were looking for. After kind of investigation with some people, effectively, Nokren, you learned that apparently one of the old guard towers was actually where this was supposed to be placed into. That the guard towers tend to be like a set of stairs inside with a kind of like central core. But apparently one of these cores has a hollow space in it, rather than just being stone, where there was a secret stash. Upon learning this and letting Grits know about it, she takes some time, and I'm just going to give it to you because dwarf and stone, and you rolled well on your investigation. You eventually will be actually able to find a secret door. Inside, there are two sets of, I believe this is correct. Whoops. Whoa. Book is trying to lose some binding.
Know that feeling.
Yeah, jeez. I just want to make sure I got the right armor. Yes. Two sets of scale mail are in here, in fine condition. There is a greatsword hanging up on the one wall, well decorated. It looks in very good condition. There also appears to be a number of longswords in a kind of sticking out of a small kind of container to hold them. And searching around, you can see you can also find a short bow with 40 arrows. The arrows seem to be made of an unusual material, the arrowheads.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, I'm kind of interested in the short bow with the arrows, because I currently don't have a ranged weapon.
Yep, I just want to check something because I'm mental blanking about which level scale mail is.
Medium. It's a medium armor.
Scale is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's scale mail.
I just looked it up when he said it.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, scale mail. But no. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm going to try and pack as much as I can on me because I don't want to haul it too far, but I want to haul it to the others. The two sets of scale mail and the sword and as many of the...
there's the big old... Like, when you pick up the greatsword, it kind of feels almost like a little light for a normal greatsword.
Ooh. Okay.
That's all you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, no, I'm gonna...
you kind of feel it, and you kind of look closely.
I want a longsword.
And it looks like it's made out of a strange material. Hey, Grits, give me a, I don't know, dwarf check? What the heck?
Dwarf check.
Dwarf check.
What's that
That
based
would be a
on?
nat 20, thank you.
I am indeed a dwarf.
I
Yes,
guess
thank you.
Roll.
Dwarf check.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed yes. You are a dwarf.
That's a yes.
So yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll give you your intelligence, but not history. We'll give you an intelligence check. You can add your proficiency, and we'll do that. Intelligence proficiency bonus check. So
That's just a +2.
So intelligence check proficiency.
Sure. Okay.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay. You're not sure what it is, but it looks very interesting. Still
If I look very-
you're like, that's interesting. We should ask someone about it.
Oh yeah.
But you can easily take everything because it's just like you can like take up 4 long swords, 2 sets of scale mail, the sword, and the short bow and arrows.
I
Okay.
don't think I can use a long sword, so I can
Long
help carry
sword
it.
is martial though, so
Yeah. Well, someone else might be able to use it, so I'm going to take it just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help carry it.
Backup
Carry
weapons.
some stuff.
though, now that all of you have done your initial investigations, before you guys continue diving into what's in the town, before diving out into what's all around us, let's end it for today. So,
Okay.
we each had your chance to get a little bit of information, find a little bit things. Your Dragonborn and Dwarf are coming back with a pile of, like, possible useful loot. You know? This might help us! Can some people
I'm
wear...
really interested about that
we-
sword.
We might be able to get to ride giant manti.
Yes, you're working towards that. And
That
I
would be
will
cool.
let you know, because we can just do that quickly. The Iron Fist Brothers will be identified that it is a mithril greatsword.
That's what I figured it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hence it's lighter.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, I like that.
Yes.
That's very good for somebody.
For
Yeah. Well, I think. Am I the only one that
only
can even
person.
like use it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and
Yeah.
all the long swords are also strength based.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
True. Ooh, true.
So only one person can use it.
Congratulations,
Well,
you got a
I'm
bunch of
stoked.
No. Tim could use it because he's trained at it. Because instead
True.
of pulling out
Oh,
the
yeah.
quarterstaff, he can pull out a long sword.
Yep.
Which
Well-
I'm gonna do because my quarterstaff is useless anyways.
Yeah.
So
You just
I
be
was
like,
gonna say-
you just like look at the one of them in one hand, and one in the other hand, be like, yeah, long
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
At
Yep.
most, what I'd do is like I'd have the glaive on my back, the sword, and then maybe two. Like if I can carry it, I'd have the two longs, only 2 of them, just as backups. Just you never know how many you need weapons. Well, if I can carry them. If I can't, I'll just have the glaive and the longsword.
Okay.
I mean, not the longsword, the big one.
Great sword.
Great sword.
Great sword.
Great
How
sword.
great
Big
that
one. No. It's
Uh,
named the big one. That's his name.
big
for
one,
the
yeah.
sword.
I
No,
like it.
Don't worry about it. He
Okay,
got that right.
So why don't we have everybody give some information about themselves, where to find you, all that kind of stuff. We'll kind of go to the same order we had before, so we'll start with you, Tesh.
Hello, I am Tesh of the Tesh Tube, and it's the Tesh Tube on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And I do a variety of stuff.
Rachel.
Hi. I am Jade Vala on Twitch, JADEVALA, and you can also find me on Twitter at RBSwert, SWERT. Hey, look, there's links and things.
Hey,
I prepared
That
that.
one.
I prepared that. I was good.
Yeah, I do streaming and everything as well. I also have some podcasts, so I'm all out there in the world.
Cool. Joe.
I can be found on Tantus's channel.
Yep. You're my partner in crime for discussing tabletop. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm. Okay. Tiv.
Hi. I show up randomly to other people's streams, and I do my own occasionally alone. And
Also randomly.
yes, also random. I've been getting better. That's about it.
And finally, we'll claim saving the best for last for WinterBear.
That's not at all true.
I
Like,
wanted to say it to sound nice.
I appreciate that, but really, you saved like the dud hitter for last, so thank you for that. Twitch.tv/WinterBearGames. All my links are from there if you want to go to my dashboard. So, yeah, I mean, you've got the links in the chat. If you don't, go to my channel and you'll find them there.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the chat.
Yep,
To the
cool.
chat.
To the chat.
the chat.
Anyway, and I will leave links for everyone in the YouTube VODs when I put them up. So thank you everyone for joining. As usual, I'm Tantus Dracovin. You can find me here daily. I stream daily. Mornings for games. We'll be doing this. We'll be back next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard
Wait,
Time.
it's that way.
We're pointing
way.
directions that way. That you guys. I'm bad with
No,
this
that's
point
I've lost. I'm confused.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But anyway,
Oh,
you can check all my links below for my YouTube. Anyway, contact me. Anyway, to extra support me. All that kind of great stuff. And I think that's about it. So, bye everyone. Thanks for joining. It's been a fun one, and we'll be back next week for more great adventures. So, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.